I don't remember how we start this show.
Okay, I'll start it for you, Kevin. Welcome back to Roundtable Talk. We are back for a new season, this time covering season 3 of the Traitors Canada.
Woo! Yes.
We are your hosts. My name is Brett Parnell.
My name is Kevin Oliver.
And my name is Kevin Parnell.
No, it's not. That's my uncle's name, Bruce.
Oh, yeah, I think he follows either Tribal Council Chat or me or both on Instagram.
Probably both.
Yeah, I'm Bruce Heller.
Bruce,
That's a Pit Stop Pals thing. I say the wrong name when Kevin tries to introduce me. Pit Stop Pals is a lot of just me being difficult, honestly.
Amen. Bruce, you're not wearing your cloak.
Yeah. I'm looking at it, but I thought I'd switch things up a little bit. Different Traitors version, different attire for the premiere.
For a peek behind the curtain is Bruce totally forgot.
No, I thought about it on my drive home from where I was, and I decided I didn't want to fool with it.
Fair enough.
But I'm sitting here looking at it right now because I keep it on the floor in my recording room.
How sacred.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Does anyone have any initial thoughts on the premiere?
Well, my first thing I ever wrote down was, I hear the ominous music. We're back, baby.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll get into this. This happened before the episode, and the website I was watching with decided to hate me. The reverse trader selection was awesome.
Yeah.
That's my new favorite thing.
And Bruce, I've told you all about the French region of Canada. Did you ever think we'd be covering a show on our Trader season that's filmed in La Province de Quebec?
I was hoping we would. Quebec sounds like a wildly interesting place.
It is.
It also sounds like it's your version of Florida and that it's just insane, but...
Well, half the population of Broward County in the winter are people who live in Quebec in the summer, so...
So it's Florida without the alligators.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with more French people than Spanish people.
But they have moose instead.
Yes.
What about an alligator riding a moose?
What about a moose riding an alligator?
I think that would crush the alligator. Mooses are ginormous.
They are ginormous. I have came close to hitting one in Algonquin Park.
Oh my gosh.
Like hitting it with a car? Or
No, like
No, that would be called having a boxing match.
That's kangaroos that do that.
I would pay for that show, I'm just saying. No, but I know 4 players that are on this season.
Do you?
I do, and all 4 of them got the first 4 intro spots as they were driving in.
So which 4 players are those? Let's start talking about the cast with who Kevin knows.
Yeah, so obviously I know Omer and Venus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That goes without saying. I also
I thought one of us was going to say I've never watched that show, seeing it's a premiere of Roundtable Talk.
No, that's only...
Well, hey, there's only one person who holds that title.
I feel like I barely watched it, but I know enough about it to be able to do this. So
nice.
I'm also familiar with Kevin Jacobs. I have not watched his season of Big Brother Canada, but I am familiar with him due to his work on RHAP.
Oh, nice.
He was in the first ever RHAP Traitors that they did on a big Zoom call. He also created The Confessional, which was the RHAP newsletter that him and Rob Sesternino started together.
Oh, wow.
And then the other person I know is Dom Gabriel from Netflix fame. He was on season one of the Mole reboot
Mm,
and seasons one and two of Perfect Match.
interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
I do
And
like Kevin so far. He seems like a really interesting, fun character.
yeah, and I actually wrote a quote down from his introduction scene. I'm a tech mogul and I'm also married, so that humanizes me, but I'm generally a bad guy.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, those are the four people I know. But speaking about the cast as a whole, this is the first time, I guess not necessarily a long franchise, Traitors franchise as a whole, but in the seasons I've the seasons that we've watched. Well, I guess this is the first one that Brett's watched like this. Me and Bruce have watched a marriage of reality stars and civilians
Yeah,
since season one of Traders US.
Which
yeah,
I honestly like a little bit better than the all celebrities. I like getting to know new people. I like when you have all reality stars, you have people coming in with previous reputations that
mhm.
may or may not be how they're playing this game. It's kind of refreshing having new faces.
I
Yeah.
think it depends on how it actually plays out. Where, like, if you can get enough players that are equally matched, it'll work out great to have both a some new people and some reality stars. The problem becomes when you look at like Traitors Canada 1 and you don't only bring on, say, a Survivor player, but you bring on someone who just became a Survivor winner. In the case of Erica, who it didn't matter whether she was a faithful or a traitor. Erica had no shot because she was already a millionaire.
Mm.
Playing against a bunch of people who were either on Canadian reality TV shows, which are therefore extremely under budget compared to their US counterparts, and don't award you life changing money, or people who work a daily job and have never done TV before and therefore don't have life changing money.
True.
And the fact of the matter is, whether we're talking about who has money and who doesn't have money, there's a certain skill level,
Yeah,
right? Right. So if you don't get the right group of people, these reality stars will just run all over regular people. That's why I like not necessarily this marriage between the two, but that's why I like that US is going to a all reality star season and an all civilian season
yeah.
each year.
And we can thank the FIFA World Cup for that.
No, I don't want to give soccer credit.
I never give soccer credit,
It's
so you're
boring.
alone here, Brett.
It's the greatest sport ever known to man.
This is why I called soccer pretentious on Tribal Council chat a month ago.
I thought you were just trying to copy Mike Turner.
No, calling yourself the beautiful game is pretentious.
And I would argue that it's not the greatest sport known to man, but what do I know?
Speaking of marriage,
There's a married couple.
There is.
That's where I was going. This is insane, and no one in the house knows they're married.
Except
No.
them.
Well,
True.
that would be a great reality show. We secretly married you to someone in this house. Figure it out.
I mean, I bet there's some people on another show that I podcast on this network who might completely forget if they're married to someone in the house.
There's probably a lot of people on that show that would do that. I don't know.
I think I'm onto something with my Marriage is Blind show idea, though.
Yeah, pitch it to Netflix. I mean, it's just one step up from what they already do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
This is awesome, though. I love this.
yeah, before I knew that everybody or that nobody knew about this, I literally wrote, "Does everybody know?" And then they answered the question for me.
That's funny.
Is this gonna be like Big Brother when they said, "Hey, this is Cerie's son. We have a mother and son in the house." Every time someone got eliminated.
The one thing that Big Brother had to do that, though, is the fact that Jared was a loved one at one point in time on Survivor. So everyone already kind of knew that.
But not the people in the game.
No.
I know, and I didn't even watch all of that season, but I've watched people's reactions to finding that out each time they got eliminated, and it's fantastic.
The only person that knew was Izzy.
Yeah. Who
What?
she figured that out while I was still watching. So within the first 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, the moment she walked, or the moment she walked in the house, she knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But this married couple thing is awesome. I'm excited to
Oh,
see this.
Yes, Chala and Meredith.
we will see how long that carries out for, but the longer it does, the better TV it's going to be.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Um, so we talked about summer reality people. There's not only one Big Brother Canada winner in the house, there's two Big Brother Canada winners in this house.
Yep.
Ty's there too. And once again, I have a quote because Kevin is already a quote machine. I didn't think anyone would put that dude back on TV. That's what we say about Russell Hantz, and he's saying
Yeah,
about Ty. So what's that tell us?
That Russell Hantz is going on the Traitors next.
that would be amazing.
There was a big rumor.
There was.
Last time I pitched this, Kevin said Russell Hantz has the social skills of his non-existent pet goldfish, and I made a goldfish that said Goldie Oliver on a dog
Yes.
name tag that I
Yes.
found in my camera roll last week.
And he sent it to me last week.
And Kevin had no memory of it.
I really didn't.
Get
That's
Kevin's
wild.
non-existent goldfish in the Traitors Castle.
Yeah, I agree. With Russell, they'll be married and nobody will know.
You're gold. I don't think that's legal for a person to marry a fish.
We're gonna find out.
I'm pretty sure that's bestiality, but okay. Not a sentence I expected to say on this show, but
No, not a
But
sentence
it's
I thought
definitely one I
anyone would
want.
say on this show.
and I'm just sitting here smiling, and the two of you lost it there. How
But
am
I
I the
definitely
one
want
with
to
the straight
clip that.
face?
I definitely want to clip that.
Oh my gosh. You're the one that said Russell was going to be married to your fish.
Why not?
Oh well, Russell's not on the Traitors Canada.
That's true. He's not.
Yes.
I don't think he'll ever be on Traitors Canada. But well, I guess he was on Australian Survivor, so maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder if Traitors Canada would also pay him extra to wear the fedora, like Australian Survivor apparently did.
No, they'll use that money for the fish. Come on, catch
True.
up.
I just love mentioning that they paid him extra to wear the stupid fedora.
Right. Does anybody have any other thoughts on cast members before
Just looking at the cast list. This is and I don't know if will play any impact or not, but they've put together a very Toronto heavy cast. It's like Canada, one in every two people live in the same city. Yeah, it's Canada. There's more to Canada than just Toronto.
No, there's not.
But I mean, American media probably doesn't know that yet because all you guys know about Canada right now is the Blue Jays, who are going to beat the LA Dodgers tomorrow night.
I hope
probably not, but I would be
probably not. But I want it.
Yeah,
I want the Dodgers to suffer, but that's not going to happen.
But
I co-sign.
No, there's like some very few people from anywhere outside of the Greater Toronto area.
There's one from Newfoundland.
There is?
Yeah.
There's one from Ottawa.
Which one?
Leah.
Oh, okay.
Omer's from Whitby, Ontario.
Whitby, Ontario is like 5 minutes out of Toronto.
Okay.
It's like
from Winnipeg. That's in a different province.
That's in a different province.
Who's from Winnipeg?
Natalie Lamb.
Okay.
L-A-M.
Whitby, where Omer is from, is basically the equivalent of me being like, if I look at the map for you guys.
While he looks at that, another non-Toronto, but also Ontario, Meredith is from the city that, while texting last week, Brett called the worst city in all of Ontario.
What's that?
Hamilton?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That. I wasn't sure if
from Hamilton. But he absolutely. I sent
And
him
I
of these guys visiting Hamilton, looking for like a mountain or something. And Brett's response is, "Why would you go to Hamilton? It's the worst city in Ontario."
that's not what I said.
It was something like that.
No, I've been to Hamilton. I just told you that the downtown area has a lot of social problems.
I think you said, "Why would they visit there?"
Because you told me, I forget the context. I'd have to
I'm
look at it.
I'm scrolling
But
back now to find it.
either way, we're on the show. We'll look at it after.
Yeah.
You. Brett's trying to ground us here. Okay.
But no, it's certainly not. There's a lot of nice places in Hamilton. You just notice some social disorder in the immediate downtown.
Okay. And they have a mountain somewhere apparently.
Yes, half the city's a mountain.
Oh.
Yeah.
There we go. Also, why did he go to Hamilton? Probably the worst city in Ontario.
Oh well, there you probably that's the key word.
Oh, that changes it completely. I was right. Okay, we can move on.
For once, Bruce was right.
I'm never right on Pit Stop Pals. I have to claim it when I can somewhere else.
Like I said, I probably was just thinking of the fact. If you're from Hamilton, I apologize. Like I said, the suburbs there are pretty nice. Walking to the grocery store and seeing three people huddled under a blanket because they're passed out on heroin, that's a bit of a problem.
That's nice.
I love that you're simultaneously apologizing to Hamilton and also backing up why you called it the worst city in the province.
Because I have friends that live there who might listen to this.
Well, I'll stop pressing then. The mountain seems cool, and they
The
have
mountain is
Tiger
cool.
Cats, which seems awesome. So
Yes. Except for the Tiger Cats keep beating Ottawa. So, Ottawa's the worst team in Canadian football right now.
Oh, well, go Tiger Cats. Hamilton has a cool name.
In Canadian
named a
football,
really cool
Ottawa is
musical after you
basically
guys. So
in Canadian football, Ottawa is basically the New York Jets.
oh.
Hey, the New York Jets won today.
I know, and Ottawa
I
won
won.
like 2 games all year.
Yeah.
Hey, but if you're from Hamilton, your city seems really cool online, and Lin-Manuel Miranda named a musical after you. You guys are doing good.
Manuel.
What did I say?
Manuel. You said Manuel.
I said Manuel. Oh, whatever.
No, you said it's Manuel.
He's not listening.
And if you're from Missouri, one of my favorite musicals mentions your state. So
There you go.
You say so.
Where are we at? Now that
we were just talking about the cast. Any more thoughts on the cast?
No, I think we covered it.
Mackenzie is from a town called Fort McMurray, Alberta.
Nice.
Alberta.
That is Fort McMurray, Alberta. For those in the American audience who hear this, is basically an oil drilling area. It's kind of like the Texas of Canada.
It sounds like it.
All of Alberta, we call it the Texas of Canada.
Lisette is from Amherst, Nova Scotia.
Interesting.
Are you just listing off where everybody's from?
Because he started doing that because I said there's too many from Toronto.
Oh, okay.
So I was just providing. I'll
pretty much everybody that Bruce didn't mention is from Toronto.
That checks.
There's one more that's from BC. That's Curtis.
Langley, British Columbia. I know some people who live there too.
BC seems really cool.
Oh yeah, really cool. But how I just said Alberta is the Texas of Canada. BC is the California of Canada.
It can't be worse.
No, it's way nicer.
If you're from California and you're listening, I'm not sorry, but.
See, I'm going to apologize to Hamilton, but Bruce is not going to apologize to California. That's the difference between Canada and America, right?
You have
specifically LA.
You have friends that live in Hamilton, and Hamilton's in your province. California means nothing to me.
Fair.
Specifically LA.
They're not Kansas.
It's gross.
Oh, they've got that.
I know. I agree with you.
But
it is my least favorite part of your country, but oh well.
It's not Kansas, so at least it's got that. But yeah, it can fall into the ocean. That's fine.
I mean, what's wrong with Kansas? I thought you liked the football team there.
I don't. Well, they play in Missouri. The entire state of Kansas, just them and Missouri, don't like each other. It goes back to the
Oh,
Civil War.
He hates Kansas because it's the ultimate rivalry with Mizzou,
I
University of
see.
Kansas.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, KU Mizzou is a thing, but just Kansas as a state, like them and Missouri don't like each other. Every state kind of has that state that's their rival. I feel like.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
Well,
in
not
Illinois, we're just a rival with our own state.
Yeah, but people don't care about Illinois outside of Illinois.
Bruce. You live in Illinois.
Yeah, that doesn't change anything I just said. I said outside of Illinois, people don't care about us as much.
Missouri hates Kansas. Rural Illinois just hates Chicago. That's all it is.
Missouri and Kansas hate each other, and like before I moved to Illinois, I would kind of make fun of Illinois in a jokingly way, but I would venture to say a lot of states kind of have a rivalry with states that border them. Texas and Oklahoma, for example, they hate each other.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
that explains me with Kansas partially. The other part is KU, but
Mhm.
California,
Ontario and Quebec.
yeah, there you go.
Anyway, back to the show.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah. The players were given a note by the masked people to go to the part of the grounds where nobody has lived to tell the tale of.
Which
And I
is the
put
graveyard.
I put this has to be the graveyard, right? But the
Yep.
thing is, here I'm gonna get this note that says, "Here, follow me to this place where only dead people go," and they just all did it. Like like what?
What are they supposed to do?
No, I'm going inside.
Yeah, you make a good point, Kevin. I never thought of that. I guess you kind of, in order to play the game, have to follow instructions from
Yeah.
production, but it doesn't sound like a good idea.
It's just it's kind of I mean I know that obviously it was part of the game and like they had to do it, but like
I wonder if somebody would have said, no, that's where dead people go. I'm going inside. If, based on the pretext of what happens in the show, where they say two of you will come back here, but only one of you will leave, if that person would have got automatic immunity.
that would
I
have been
don't know about you
wild.
guys, but if an unidentified person in a mask tells me to go somewhere, I'm gonna go there. That seems like a good idea.
Yeah, Bruce, that sounds right up your alley. You're right.
As long as they don't have a white van.
Me thinking now, how do I book my way to rural Illinois before Halloween so I can try to scare the shit out of Bruce?
How did this go from me being gullible to me being scared easily? That's not the same thing.
Bruce, I know where you sleep.
Okay. There's multiple rooms in my house. I can change that.
I know where all of them are.
Fair.
But I thought it was an interesting starting choice, starting in the graveyard versus, I don't know, the round table or outside of the castle like Traitors US 3 did.
I'm going to just tell you something that I think will contribute a lot to this in this season. They can't start outside the castle like Traitors USA does, because Traitors USA is literally in remote Scottish Highlands. Outside the castle here would be suburban Montreal. They don't got
Montreal
where they
is a
can
castle
go.
in the middle of their city?
It's not in the middle of the city. It's on the South Shore, but you're like, you could probably take public transit to the castle from the Bell Center.
That's crazy.
Every time you tell me about Quebec, I get more confused.
Well, you got to come up and come to Schwartz's sometime when the Blues are in Montreal.
No, I just want to go to Montreal and go to this castle now. I don't care about the hockey.
Well, I want to get poutine while I'm there.
And Kit Kat bars, I guess.
Yeah.
But they go to the graveyard. Karina, the host, is there, and
Yeah, I just looked it up. You can take public transit to where the Habs play from the castle.
That's
Nice.
crazy. Anyway, she lets us know about another twist in the fact that every time the faithful successfully unmask a traitor at the round table, $10,000 will be added to the prize pot.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love this.
Yeah. It gives it actually gives a, you know, incentive to find traitors and not play the traitor angel game.
Exactly. I really like this. It also makes it that if you know who a traitor is, you'll probably take them out ASAP in
I
order to try to keep adding money, knowing that there'll probably be new traders, and then you can add more and more money throughout the game.
I prescribed to the I don't think I agreed with because I also listened to the Traitors Canada Our Hat podcast, and I agree with Puya on this. I don't think this would change my strategy at all. If I had a traitor angel, I would still play that up
Mm,
because an extra $10,000, it doesn't matter if you're not there at the end to collect it.
true.
Yeah.
That's my like if I could ride to the end knowing this one guy's a traitor and then kick him out at the end and win the game, sounds like a good deal to me.
That's
Mm-hmm.
true.
Worth the extra 10K. Um,
Be right back. Keep talking.
All right.
okay.
Well, yeah, I see that as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like merit to strategy on both ends, but
All right, I'm here. I had to go to the next room and get my phone cord. My phone hit like 20%.
yeah,
Mm.
you'll be fine.
What?
It's Bruce. It's Bruce. Don't question it. Just
I'm tired. My mind isn't filtering my actions and words as quickly.
and it does otherwise.
Quicker than it does when I'm tired.
Fair enough.
No, I didn't say it
You
well. I
say
said
so.
quicker than right now.
If you say so. Um, but that was pretty much all that happened in the graveyard, right?
Yep.
The next thing we see
It's
is
just setting it up for the end of the episode.
yeah, yeah. The next thing we see is Karina talking with the players before the trader selection to find out if they'd rather be a faithful or a traitor.
I like her a
We
lot,
do.
by the way. She seems cool.
She's no
Yeah.
Alan Cumming, but I like her. Yeah.
Did I ever
She's
tell
not
you
as
guys
theatrical
about?
about it as Alan is.
Did I ever tell you guys about the story about Alan at the Newark airport?
No.
Mm-mm.
So when I went to San Juan earlier in the year, I had to connect in Newark. I get off the plane. I'm just like, that guy looks like Alan. Sure enough, Alan is posting Instagram stories from Ottawa, where I live, 3 hours later. So he was on the plane that I took down in New York back to Ottawa.
That's crazy.
Nice. He's
And
going
I'm
to
like,
be in one of the new Avengers movies they're filming.
yeah.
Reprising his role, whatever his role was in the X-Men movies.
Oh, wow. So I was like in the airport. I think that's Alan, but I don't want to embarrass myself if he's like, who's Alan? And sure enough, yeah, that was Alan.
Right. You ruined your chances. Never.
I
You're
know.
never okay, you're never gonna see this person again if it's not. So who cares? Just do
Fair
it.
enough.
Yeah. I like Karina. She doesn't make it a performance the way Alan does, but she's really good at this.
Yeah, absolutely. Um,
And
I
if you and that's totally fine, because if you're trying to replicate what Alan does on the US show, you're just gonna come
Yeah.
across as basically what other Canadian versions of shows have done, and that's a lower budget version of the US show.
I've watched multiple um traders like franchise, like different
Yeah.
locations, and I haven't found a host that I don't like, but
Nice.
she's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alan just Alan doesn't just host; he makes a performance of it. That's what makes
Alan Cumming is far and away the best.
Yeah,
the actor in him comes out too. He's more than just a host. That's why he's awesome.
Yeah.
absolutely.
But
And
yeah,
is and wardrobe for Alan Cumming, 10 out of 10.
you'd look good in all of those.
What?
You'd look good in everything he wears. You should try them on sometime and
I
send me.
agree. I agree.
But yeah, the trader selection, like we mentioned, is cool because normally the host walks around and taps people, and the people you tapped are traders. And we see
Yeah.
Karina tapping people, and they're all excited in their confessionals.
Yeah, because
She's
we
like,
think
"You
that's
got tapped. You're a faithful.
That
Surprise!"
was great.
yeah, it was crazy. But even before she started the selection, Brett, uh you don't podcast with me on Pit Stop Pals, so you're not used to this as much. I love quotes. It's like my
Yeah.
favorite thing to find. So she says, "This is when the traitors will." She's doing her whole monologue. This is when the traitors will be chosen. The banishing will happen within those walls, and then she just goes, "Blah blah blah blah."
That was great.
It was so good. And then she starts going in a circle, and she touches Omer's shoulder, and I got really excited.
So did
Yeah.
he.
And Omer said, "It's time for a stabby stab here, there, everywhere." Um, and then I was absolutely shook when she said that if I touch you, you're faithful. And my comment is, I'm really sad that because I listen to a bunch of RHAP stuff, they call him Omi all the time. So I put I'm really sad that Omi doesn't get to stabby stab.
That's great. At least not yet.
Can I
At
We'll see.
least
stabby stab?
what?
Can I stabby stab?
No. And we find out who our traders are. It is Coco and Mr. Kevin Jacobs.
Yeah,
And Venus is offended.
Shocker.
that she is.
She's offended that that production did not choose her to be a trader.
Yeah, not surprised that she would feel that way.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. And Lizette is devastated. Also because she wanted to be one. Anyway, Omer knows that Kevin is a traitor, but his quote is, "Keep your friends close and your traitor enemies closer." And I don't know about you guys. I caught something when Karina made this announcement that the people who did get touched are uh faithful. It made me like I already knew that Coco was a traitor, but
Yeah.
like it sketched me out, even not like if I removing myself from that knowledge, because she sat at that round table and was looking around and everyone was being normal, and says everyone was being so normal. And it makes her sound like she thought she was a faithful, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Because like, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because it just makes it sound like she was complimenting she thought or whoever the traders were.
Yeah.
That's yeah. But we also see people are onto her because of the water glass theory.
Which happens all the time.
But they're right.
Yeah,
And it
they
doesn't
are.
help that Coco is the one that beforehand brought up the water glass theory.
True.
And then they watched her take a drink of water because she thought she was safe. And now they're onto her.
Yes.
That they are.
Those are Kevin's thoughts from the trader selection roundtable. I don't know if you guys had any additional things to add there, but
Yeah, you about
I
covered
just
it
love the
perfectly.
plot twist mostly.
Yeah.
yeah, it was great.
It'll be interesting to see too if, like, now that they've done this, if maybe in the future, both in the Canadian and in the US version, if it's kind of interchanged so that nobody really knows whether they're a traitor or faithful until after we've already got the blindfolds off and those reactions.
Well, the thing about the traders, I mean, we've been complaining for a while. The meta is gonna screw somebody over
Yeah,
because eventually people are gonna be like, all right, the big brother, the survivor, these people are the ones getting chosen. Those are the people we're gonna look at.
that's
If
right.
they don't do this kind of shaking up stuff, when even though this is Canada versus US, a lot of these people are going to watch both, and
Yeah, absolutely.
especially if we're talking about like Survivor Big Brother players who have their friends on this.
Yeah. And
Um,
especially if we're talking about players in the Canadian version, because it's a lot more likely that we'll watch the US versions of the show than you guys will watch us.
right, right.
For
Um,
the coolest.
yeah. Anyway, though, what I was saying was, for to be able to break meta here and flip things around, even in this way, gives me some instance of hope that maybe the traders, US, UK, anybody else that is falling into a meta trap will see that it can be done
Yeah.
differently and still work.
And I'll have some more to say on that topic when we get to the end, though. That might go the other way.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So it's mission time.
It is.
They were divided into five teams based on their self-proclaimed gifts. There was a physical group, a puzzle-solving group, a mathematics group, a social skills group, and an observation group. And each of those groups was in a boat that was padlocked to a naval mine, and they each had a combination lock that worked alongside with whatever their gift was, that gave them a specific task that would give them the combination to the lock. Once they got unlocked, they would have to row to the platform and get the gold and row back onto shore all within 30 minutes, or the mine will explode, and anybody that is not on shore is up for murder tonight.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah. It was cool seeing that they had those different um gifts per se, that like the different tasks. But it was not cool that this was only a 43-minute episode and they tried to do all this in 43 minutes. They couldn't give due time to any of the things.
I have
Yeah.
a question for you guys that I heard listening to the RHAP thing, trying to
Okay.
inform myself on an episode that was very choppy on my end. Is the prize pool set? Like, if they keep voting out traders, does that then lower the amount of money the missions are worth?
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
know.
They were
I
having
don't
this
think so.
conversation when I was driving back from where I was tonight.
Yes, I heard that as well, and I don't think it does. I think that each mission is going to be worth 10K.
I agree, but one of them was like, imagine if they vote out enough traders and you get a mission for like $500. And I thought that was
Yeah,
funny to think about. But I was curious
that would
your all
be.
thoughts.
I
I
wonder
would be
if that
so
would.
pissed.
I wonder if that would turn into what allegedly was not shown in Survivor Borneo, where the reward got so small that Hatch essentially got the cast on strike.
And that's how we
Yes.
ended up
And
with them
it's like, if the
building.
whole mission is worth $500, what are the chances that? And keep in mind, this is 500 Canadian dollars, so as you guys would call about $275. What would happen if the cast is just like, this isn't worth our time today?
I would
We'll
be
just go
pissed.
vote out another trader and make 10 grand.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I would be pissed if I was on this cast and there wasn't a reward worth like $500.
Yeah,
And hey, with Survivor, that's how we ended up with the reward of watch the opening of the first
it
episode.
is.
Drove her around till they could build the little area where they did that. But aren't your dollars called loonies, by the way?
No, dollars are called Canadian dollars. $1 coins are called loonies as a nickname.
I was close. And
Looney
the $2 coin
Tunes.
is a toonie, right?
That's right, for a $2 coin.
I learned that
But,
from How I Met Your Mother.
but if you go to exchange money, you can't ask to change your money to Canadian loonies. You have to say Canadian dollars.
Well, that's just less fun of a name. They
Whoever
didn't
came
name a
up with this
cartoon
whole
Canadian
thing,
dollar tunes.
whoever came up with this whole thing is loony. That's all I got to say.
I was just going to say, Boots, I don't think our money is the definition of loony and Looney Tunes.
Yes. No, I'm creating
I
the
think
lore
it means
No.
bizarre cartoon characters.
The treasure of the Canadian government is Bugs Bunny. That's what
No
I
way,
got
it's
out of
Wile E. Coyote.
I mean, that's not too far off reality right now, but
it.
Okay, we need to not get him on that rabbit hole. Rabbit hole was not an intended pun, by the way. I didn't even do that on purpose.
I mean, it's an upgrade from Katy Perry's boyfriend, but
I did not know until today that they were dating. That's
Really?
I knew
nuts.
when Brett told me last week. Wait, he's in charge of the treasury now?
no, he's not in charge of anything.
That's what I thought.
He's retired and allegedly living on a yacht in California, despite
With Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Retirement's going well for him so far.
He's winning right now.
Until he goes on the Traitors, which I advocated for during last season of Roundtable Talk.
Yeah.
You did. You did.
After the Knicks US version, we'll have to put together a fantasy cast show.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I have one built already.
So do
I built one, but I put myself on it, so I'm not sure how legit that is.
That's not good. I'm sorry.
No, make it all reality stars.
Well, but I want to be on the show.
Well,
Then you
that's
should
why
have
there's a
applied for the
civilian
one
version.
where that's going to be during the FIFA World Cup.
Yes.
That America will inevitably lose all 3 matches at.
Nah.
I don't care. I'd rather be watching Traitors.
Terrible. Yeah, maybe.
The
The women's team is really good, so we'll do well when they have the Women's World Cup.
That would be in 2 years.
That's the one I'm paying attention to because we're good at that one.
And then the next Women's World Cup after the one in 2 years is in 6 years, and it's in both Mexico and the United States.
When America's bad, I don't pay attention to soccer. When we're good, I brag about us winning.
And the whole time, I couldn't care less.
I just like bragging.
Sorry, Brett.
That's okay.
Mission. We're on the mission.
We're on the mission.
Logic team. It is Chala, Coco, Mackenzie, and Thompson, and they must solve a riddle. And I'm not sure what the answer was, but I wrote the riddle down. At its highest, at its highest, they can reveal me, never rising, never setting. Between my 2 towers, one bridge that you don't want to burn. I'm nothing yet I make numbers grow. 3 letters long, I sound like a something. Man, I wish I wrote better. I'm the Amigos and the Blind Mice.
Yeah.
I don't know what the right answer was, but
no clue.
That was what the logic people had to figure out. Physical. That was Dom, Ty, Curtis, and Shaughnessy, and they had to lift 5 weights out of the water in a certain order, and each weight had a number on it, and the order was the order that they were supposed to put the combination lock in, and then they didn't pay attention to the order they pulled them out of the water, and that didn't work out for them. But they still got it done in time. They're just idiots. Observation. Osphir, Hollywood, Jericho, Kevin, and Rhea. They had to, from port to starboard, find flags that will give them certain numbers that will line up and give them their combination. Mathematics had a really dumb formula. That was Kara, Kitten, Omer, and Venus. And they had to solve the equation 4 cubed times 13 cubed divided by 8 plus the square root of 14,400 all times 57. And I sat there with a piece of paper. I paused the show and did the math.
Whoa.
And
It hurts my head just looking at that.
Yeah.
I
was
got
just about to say that, Bruce.
I got two answers because I wasn't sure if it was going to multiply the 57 by the square root or by the whole of the rest of it.
You got two answers. That means you didn't do the math.
No, I did the math. I did the math both ways. I did it extra. I knew one of them was correct, and so then I plugged it into a calculator, and the right answer was one of the two answers I had on here, which
Nice.
was 24,416. But I did do the math, and I brought my receipts. And then observation. I don't actually know. They didn't really tell us what observation had to do. But all I know is that
Observe.
whatever they had to observe, they got the first three letters and then they just guessed on the last one. And Jericho got it for them. And they were the first ones to unlock.
Yep.
And then Coco got the riddle for logic. And then we see observation get up to the platform and find out that before reaching shore, you must leave one person back on the platform that would be up for murder tonight. If you can't reach a consensus, you'll all be up for murder, and you won't be able to turn your coins in for money. Then we have this great quote from Omer where he says, "I'm going to get murdered for not being able to carry the one."
It's great. Is the logic one 3 amigos and blind mice? 3 amigos, 3 blind mice?
Right back.
That makes sense.
That part makes sense, but none of the other parts of it make sense.
3.
No,
That's my answer.
yes, but the whole riddle, not just the last sentence of the riddle.
Well, I did my part. You guys figure the rest of it out.
That's what I'm trying to say. I got the 3 part, but that doesn't fit into. At its highest, it reveals me, never rising, never setting. Between my two towers, one bridge that you don't want to burn. I'm nothing yet. I make numbers grow.
Yeah.
3 letters long. 3 is not 3 letters long.
No.
THREE.
You're ridiculous.
I have to second Kevin there.
Up for murder from observation is Rhea. She stayed on the platform. Logic let Coco off the boat. Oh yeah, then there was social skills, which was everybody that we didn't see. It was Jamal, Lizette, Meredith, and Natalie, and Sarah Nicole. And they literally didn't tell us what they did.
Go be social.
They didn't even show us that group. That's why I don't like that this was only a 43-minute episode.
Yeah.
There's too much going on with this mission.
Yeah.
There was. They could have just had less sections of it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then there was physical. They got done, and they get up to the platform. Shaughnessy gets off. They get back to shore and realize that Ty didn't grab the gold. And they have 2 minutes to get back to the platform, get the gold, and then get back. Or they could have just stayed on land and made themselves safe. But for some reason, they decided to try to make it back in 2 minutes, which was stupid.
Yeah.
And in the words of Lizette, it's either giving sabotage or it's giving stupid. I think it was just giving stupid.
I'd agree.
And so the mine blows up. Safe are Jericho, Hollywood, Asphir, Kevin, Chala, Mackenzie, and Thompson. The group earned $4,000 for the prize pot, and that was the end of the challenge. We're back in the castle.
We are back in the castle.
We are.
and specifically in the rooms of the traitors, where they find out that the traitors have to find the other traitor with the identical pendant while walking through the halls of the
This is
traitor
fun.
name. Yeah, and Kevin was like skipping around like he had one too many or something. I don't know what that was, but
You
He
were?
probably did.
um each of the traders was going to be able to pick one person that would become a potential trader to invite to tonight's castle ceremony. But if they didn't find the other trader, they weren't going to get to meet up tonight. But they found each other, and so they start chatting. Coco tells us in confession that she likes that Kevin has suspicion on him. Kevin wants a burner, so he wants Ty because he thinks if I can get Ty out of here and prove that he's a traitor, they're not going to think I'm also a traitor. And Kevin convinces Coco that she should have Venus join her.
Yeah.
When you said burner, my mind went to fake cell phone that nobody knows the number for.
Yes, that's what Kevin wanted. That's what this Kevin wants.
Just yeah, just a
Mm.
number that a phone I don't know the number to at least. Not that nobody knows the number to.
um, and then it's nighttime. Everybody goes to bed,
It's nighttime. Except for
and
4 people.
except for 4 people. And the traders are receiving their cloaks in the graveyard instead of the turret. What the heck?
Yeah. I mean, is there a turret in this castle? I'm not quite sure.
Kevin made the comment that I want Ty in the turret with me.
Okay, so
Don't they get their cloaks outside the turret in our version too? Because when they get up to the turret, they already have their hood.
Right, but they get them right at like the entrance to the staircase that goes up to the turret.
I
It's still
see.
outside though.
But it's like right when they're headed into the turret. They go straight from getting cloaked to the turret.
Yeah.
They did not do that here. They went to the graveyard to get their cloaks.
Yeah.
If
And
they
now
take
they
this
have to
one more
decide
piece
which
in the
one
graveyard.
person to also get the cloak to, and the other one who's not going to leave the graveyard.
Correct. Venus and Ty both get brought to the graveyard. They are very confused, and that's when Karina tells us that only one can join. The other is the first to murder.
Which she gave us a warning of earlier, and they didn't. No one paid attention.
They just didn't understand what it meant, I think.
Fair.
Because all she said was, two of you will be back here soon, but only one of you will have your name matched. Which everybody's like, what are you talking about?
The second that 2 people walked out into the graveyard uncloaked, they probably knew.
And then Kevin looks at Karina and says, I'm a bad guy. You're really bad. That's really bad.
Yeah.
And he was really mad at himself. And that was how that episode ended. We see in the preview for next time that neither Kevin and Coco are going to back down.
At least what we see so far.
Correct. Obviously, somebody has to.
Yeah.
But so what do you guys think's going to happen there?
I think
Venus stays.
I hope so.
I was just about to say, and this is what I was going to before when we talked about that meta issue. I think Kevin, knowing how to play and how to win reality television, is the one that's going to back down because he knows people are expecting a survivor player to be in this turret. And therefore, having Venus in with him is good cover for him.
True.
See, I don't know that the Traitors Canada players are going to be expecting that to the same level that the Traitors US players would be expecting that.
If they bring 2 of them on, they're the two most recognizable people on this cast, you gotta expect that one of them is going to be a traitor.
Yeah.
I would argue that the most for Canadians, the most on the nose traitor was Kevin Jacobs.
Hmm?
It seems like it.
Interesting.
But I see what you're saying. Truthfully, this is my opinion. I wrote this down in my notes. I don't think there's a path for Kevin Jacobs or Coco to win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is I think this is going to be a faithful win.
I agree.
And I got one name that I think that I feel really good about being there in the faithful end. But I want to
Interesting.
hear what you guys think before I say what I
What if we
my
get to
piece.
the end and two faithfuls share the plot, the money pot, and it's the two that are married?
That'd be wild.
That would be amazing.
That would just be incredible television, honestly.
It would.
And then at the reunion, they reveal the surprise to everyone of, hey, the two winners were married the whole time.
Yeah, that would be wild.
Yeah.
You guys have any thoughts on who you think might come victorious here?
Still
No,
getting to know the cast too early.
I'm still learning their names and assigning
Yeah.
names to faces.
Yeah. Well,
I'll have a good idea after a few episodes.
I had one person that stuck out to me
Who's
very
that?
heavily, and it actually fits into Bruce's theory. I think Chala's a winner.
Hmm?
Interesting.
I wrote down on here. I think one of the married couple has winner energy, and
Yeah.
I think Chala is my biggest lock to win.
Is that the one with the
Interesting.
short hair or the long hair?
Short hair.
Okay.
I could see that.
I just think it'd be amazing television if they were the final two faithfuls and they won.
Oh, absolutely. It'd be great.
Yeah.
It's highly unlikely, but
Yeah.
I don't know that it's highly unlikely.
I mean, from a numerical prospect, the chances
it's more
50% of
likely
whatever the
because
whole
nobody
cast
knows.
is. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If everyone knew, it would be way more unlikely to happen. But
Yeah, I'd say it'd be a basically zero chance if everybody knew.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And we'll see if they're able to keep that completely under wraps the whole season, or as long as they stay.
I hope so.
I'm
Hopefully.
also glad they're both faithfuls because as
Yeah.
long as they've been married, they know how to read each other. And if one of them was a traitor, the other one would know it instantly.
There's no way that they could put them both in opposite roles, because at some point, even if it's just like offhand one-on-one conversations that happen outside or in the bar or something when nobody else is there, it would eventually get out, and then you would have the whole show be ruined.
Hmm.
This is gonna be fun though.
Absolutely. I loved this episode. Does anybody have anything else they want to cover before we wrap up here?
No,
Go.
great show. We're back and looking forward to doing this again next week.
Yes, sir. Make sure that you check out all of our Reality Realm coverage here. Tribal Council Chat with Bruce and Brett here on a weekly basis covering Survivor 49. Pit Stop Pals with me and Bruce here um, covering Amazing Race 38, the European Adventure Big Brother season.
Either of you have a favorite team in that yet?
There's not really any teams left I don't like, honestly.
Nice.
I'm kind of indifferent on a couple, but
Fair enough. Actually, that's not true, Bruce. You don't like Izzy.
no, but I don't like. I'm not a fan of hers, but like I don't actively dislike them as a team the way I have other teams on our rewatches.
To be fair, in the first episode, you made it sound like you did.
Yeah, well, they're growing on me a little bit, and Paige is fun.
Mm. I really like Izzy and Paige. I really like several teams.
The challenge
Nice.
fan in me wants to see Natalie and Stephanie win, but Jag
That's
and
who I'm
Jazz are
cheering
also
for.
really fun.
Jag and Jazz are great. Check out New Generation Challenge podcast with Brett and his co-host TT
Yep.
as they cover the Challenge 41.
Challenge 41, we're getting to probably the final third of the game now.
Yes. And
And
what?
if you listen to any other shows and haven't ever watched the challenge, there's some players from basically every show we cover that are going pretty far. So
That's true. And check out our socials. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram with whatever show you want to look for at that name. You can
yeah,
check out TikTok content, Reality Realm Podcast Network. You can also buy from our Redbubble merch store. But with all of that, I think that's all the plugs I got, guys.
there we go.
I have one more plug.
Yeah.
It's the plug from my phone cord.
All right. All of you out there, don't get murdered.
That
No
was
no promises that Bruce will be here next week, though.
Bruce. That
Bye,
was
guys.
me out of